That was a much-needed side out for Elmhurst.
Absolutely. Could have been a even bigger lead for North Central. Instead, the Blue Jays able to side out, get the point as they catch the break that time.
Jamila Chaudhry now on serve. And they'll attack Chaudhry. They cannot get there.
Mentioned Allie Briner, the presence in the middle for the Cardinals. Briner, 5'11" junior out of Henry, Illinois. 43 kills, 55 blocks. Team leading 55 blocks entering this match.
8-4. North Central on top. Elmhurst scrambling, just knocking it over. Kayla Murphy could not get there.
Error on the Cardinals gives the Blue Jays a point. Elmhurst catches a break, and both teams going to mop up some spots on the floor here.
Aaron Thill serving for Elmhurst as the Blue Jays trail 8-5 here in this third set. A short attempt from Murphy. Nice coverage by Megan Mullaney diving in. Winding up and tipped on the attempt from Wilkes.
Caitlin Wilkes puts it off the block that time of Lally. Droz had no chance to get there in time for the Cardinals and brings Elmhurst within 2 points.
8-6 North Central. Thill right down the middle. Double hit on the set.
Thill trying to set it over her head that time towards the other side to Katie Casper. But called for the error. Substitutions for the Cardinals. Harner and Wright getting their first action here in this third set, Tim.
And we'll see if the time on the bench to begin the third impacts them at all here in this third set. Harner with the circling serve. Wilkes steps up. Set over. Dug out by Mullaney. Mullaney will step up into the net and down.
Seeing a lot of power swings coming from Megan Mullaney here on the outside. Cardinals not able to really find an answer for her defensively. She's fought through the block and also had some good finesse shots and been able to find the open spaces.
Megan Mullaney serving with the Blue Jays down 9-7. Crystal Wright with a try. And too long on the attempt from Hannah Lesson.
Blue Jays bringing in Perry Morgan now for Mullaney, an extra back row player for Elmhurst.
Here's Katie Casper, left-handed attack, swatted back. Set up to the left side. Hannah Lesson with a go. Short attempt. Casper taps it over and puts it down.
Nice job by Katie Casper, realizing she didn't need to set it, just flip it back over the net, over the front line of the North Central defense and down to the floor for an Elmhurst point. Elmhurst chipping away 10-8. Haven't been able to get closer than 2 here.
Katie Casper, the right side, a sophomore out of Rockford, Michigan. And Elmhurst once again fails to get that lead under 2. It's 11-8 North Central here in the third. Ryan Lally serving. Blocked towards Hannah Lesson. In the middle, winding up is Reynolds. On the left side, it's Casper with an attempt.
Casper cross court that time. Big hole in the Cardinals defense. That time Casper found it and put it down. Once again, the two teams just kind of trading points now, back and forth, side out, side out. Elmhurst again down by 2, 11-9.
Big point for the Blue Jays. Jump ball at the net, won by Reynolds once, won by Reynolds twice. Thompson converts for Elmhurst.
One of the things the Blue Jays worked hard on in the offseason is that ball passing, the back row ball control and the passing of Elmhurst. You see perfect passes that time to Katie Rufer, the setter, by Jamila Chaudhry. So it's a nice, easy set attempt. When that setter is running all over the court trying to put the ball to the front of the net, that's when you know you're going to have some problems. And you've seen both Phil and Rufer relatively comfortable in their spots, not having to chase down a lot of balls. They've been pretty good with the passing so far.
Elmhurst looking to tie. It is set over by Lally. Winding up and converting is Thompson. We're tied at 11.
Janelle Thompson going right down the line, winner for the Blue Jays. Once again, perfect setting for Elmhurst. Good passing from the back row, sets up the swing. That's when everything's working well, Tim.
Rufer with a good serve, putting North Central out of position, and the Cardinals never recover as Elmhurst takes the lead at 12-11. Maybe close to time for a timeout here for North Central.
Karen Sermet up off the bench. She was checking to see if, nope, not going to call the timeout. It was a 5-point swing here, though, in favor of the Blue Jays. They were down early by 4, 7-3. Now it's 12-11. And another free ball coming for Elmhurst.
Attacked by Lesson. Eggert from the libero, spot into the net. 13-11 Elmhurst.
Cardinals having all kinds of trouble, and there's the timeout called by Karen Sermet-Kunka. Droz couldn't make up her mind on that serve receive whether she was going to try to take it, how she was going to try and handle it. It jammed her a little bit, and once that started, you saw North Central again backpedaling a little bit, Tim, and once that happens, they had to settle for a free ball just to get it over the net, and Elmhurst then handled it perfectly. Perfect pass to the set, and then the kill that time by Elmhurst. Or getting it back over and, again, letting the Cardinals having to hit it into the net on another error.
13-11, Elmhurst with the advantage. Blue Jays looking to sweep North Central here, up 2-0.
Should mention Elmhurst has had had some leads before, and they've struggled to finish them off. They lost a 2-0 early in the season opener to the University of Chicago. Chicago now nationally ranked, but the Blue Jays had won the first two, then dropped the next three to lose that one. They had a 2-1 cushion over Lake Forest before falling in 5. Elmhurst would like nothing more than to put this one away right here.
Katie Rufer serving, and nobody home for North Central.
Harner never really had a handle on the serve. It just kind of died right off her hands that time. No North Central player near it. Wright was the closest one and had no chance. Now a 3-point Elmhurst lead.
14-11. Wright winds up. Dug out by Rufer. Chaudhry from the back row knocks it ahead. On the right side, a left-handed try from Droz. Sent over by Chaudhry. North Central looks to set it up. Blue Jays are doing very good job of covering the floor. Here is Wright from the left side. In. Just inside the line.
Went down the line. 3 great digs by Elmhurst to keep that whole rally alive. And North Central finally able to convert.
14-12 as some more wet spots emerging on the floor.
The longer this match goes, the more slippery that floor is going to get, Tim, as humidity has risen relatively high today, especially with the rain outside.
Christina Antell entering for North Central and serving a short one. Reynolds with an attempt. Tapped over. Reynolds will go again and convert.
Droz's dig attempt went back over the net right towards Megan Reynolds. Reynolds couldn't get it the first one, but made sure she puts the second one down.
Enter Megan Mullaney taking the place of Perry Morgan on the floor. 15-12, Elmhurst with the advantage. Here's Kayla Murphy stepping up for North Central and putting it home.
Big swing by Kayla Murphy, the 5A junior from the outside, just pounding it off the back row and off Jamila Chaudhry. Keeps this match close. 15-13 now in favor of Elmhurst. North Central trying to fight their way back after Elmhurst had a 3-point lead here midway through the third.
And it's Sarah Eggert on serve. Eggert had an awful long run earlier in the set, and it won't start again.
Short set that time from Rufer to Reynolds. Reynolds just trailing on the play, buried it over that back line. It was in awfully tight to the net. And Reynolds found the back of the court for the kill and gives Elmhurst a 3-point lead.
Droz blocked. Murphy from the left side, just inside the line.
Nice job by Murphy, just over the back row of the Elmhurst defense. Just tucking it inside that blue line. Keeps the Cardinals within 2 at 16-14.
Droz serving again. Stepping up from the right side for the Blue Jays, Janelle Thompson. Elmhurst up 16-14. Back set, looking for Wilkes.
Good opportunity here on the free ball.
Mullaney steps up. It was tipped.
Another job. They have just not been able to handle Megan Mullaney and the power that she's generating with the arm swing today, Tim. Just blasting another shot off the Cardinal block and out of play. Mullaney having a very solid match here for the Blue Jays.
Allie Briner with a go. At the net, shortly over. And a lift call on the set attempt from Erin Thill. Shrugs her shoulders a bit about it.
Yeah, Thill wanted that one because she had Caitlin Wilkes coming right down the middle again that time for an opportunity. Elmhurst was trying to take that. Push it back up. Scoreboard showing 17-15.
Janae Harner serving. How about the try from Casper? Into the back row. I think we're tied at 17, yes?
No, I think it is 17-16 now. I think there was a scoreboard error early, but now it should be right at 17-16. It was a 3-point Elmhurst lead. They were looking for 4. Instead, the Cardinals hit it to 2 points straight, and now another one to rattle it back to within 1.
Mullaney shoots it across. In the center, Droz puts it down, and now we are tied 17 all.
That time that North Central using the Elmhurst block, they tipped it off of Katie Casper into the opening on the Elmhurst defense. 3 straight for the Cardinals. North Central trying to stay close in this third set. Not done fighting yet.
Janae Harner serving. Elmhurst leads it 2-0. Chaudhry sets up Mullaney. And a violation against the Blue Jays.
And now North Central has reclaimed the lead. It was a 3-point Elmhurst lead and 4 straight by the Cardinals. And NCC with an 18-17 lead here in the third.
Deep serve. Blocked.
And that might prompt Julie Hall to burn her other timeout, and there it is. Hall not happy with the way the Blue Jays playing right now here, that they just had a 3-point lead. We're inches away from a 4-point lead, and now instead it's a 5-point swing here for the Cardinals, and North Central with a 19-17 lead. It's a game of runs, Tim, and if you can get one going here, you put yourself in good position, and that's what the Cardinals have done, trying to battle their way back in, down 2-0. Looked like they were on the ropes here in the third, but 5 straight points have brought them back, and now they have a third set lead.
Elmhurst is 1-0 in the CCIW. North Central is 0-1. North Central leading 19-17 in the third set. Elmhurst is out of timeouts. Janae Turner will restart play. Mullaney tipped and converts to stop the run.
Just what they wanted that time. Great serve received by Elmhurst. A perfect pass to Thill, and she set Mullaney. And again, the Cardinals with no answer for Mullaney on the outside tonight.
Right up the gut on the serve. Jump ball at the net.
Caitlin Wilkes up over, winning the 50-50 ball right at the net, finds the hole on the Cardinal defense and drops it to the floor. And just like that, we're even at 19.
There's Megan Mullaney again. Into the middle of that North Central defense. From the back row, Harner with an attempt. Elmhurst wide on the try from Hannah Lesson.
Not what Elmhurst wanted that time. Casper trying to set it. No, it's one of your right side hitters trying to set the ball. Not the ideal situation for the Blue Jays. Lesson trying to keep it alive, but just swatted it wide.
Perry Morgan replaces Megan Mullaney on the floor. Phil sets up Lesson on the left edge. Right from the left side, kept alive by the Blue Jays. In the middle, tipped. Caitlin Wilkes has been huge tonight for the Blue Jays.
Now, I'm not sure the linesman saw it now. He signaled the block, then put his shoulders out, and now we're going to have a conversation here as no tip is the call and a point to North Central.
So instead of being tied at 20, North Central...
20, it should be 21-19 now in favor of North Central.
There it is on the board, 21-19 in favor of the Cardinals here in this third set as North Central looks to stay alive. Casper with a short attempt. Morgan from the back row sets up Lesson, you bet!
Hannah Lesson going right down the line that time. Elmhurst desperately needed a side out, and they get it with authority as Lesson pounds it down the line. Reynolds back to the floor now for the Blue Jays.
And it's Caitlin Wilkes serving, looking for the tie to the chance of let's go Blue Jays. And it's too long from North Central. We are tied, 21 all.
Wilkes with a good serve, difficult to handle. Anytime the libero's basically attacking for the opposition out of the back row, it's a great sign for the other team, and she sent it long that time.
Blocked at the net on the attempt from Luce. Wright sets it over.
Good chance for Elmhurst here.
Phil attacks from her center slot. Here's Wright winding up. Blocked!
Casper and Reynolds right there for Elmhurst, and they block it again. Megan Reynolds is having herself a day with the blocks for the Blue Jays.
How about the swing for Elmhurst to jump back in front, 22-21, and a timeout for North Central. So both teams are out of timeouts, with Elmhurst 3 points away from potentially securing a sweep.
It was 21-19 in favor of the Cardinals, but Elmhurst 3 straight points here in this third set have made it now 22-21 in favor of the Blue Jays, 3 points away from wrapping up this match already with the 2-0 lead. In the third, a couple more points here will do it. The Cardinals desperate to stop this run here by the Blue Jays. North Central's going to need a very good serve receive. You've got to have a great first pass to that setter here off the serve. Let's see how the Cardinals handle it as Caitlin Wilkes still on serve for the Blue Jays. She's served up the last two. And the Cardinals have not handled them particularly well. Both teams out of timeouts now here, I believe, in this third set.
Caitlin Wilkes serving for Elmhurst.
Another
North
bad
Central's
handle.
out of position. But they're able to keep it alive as Eggert socks it ahead. Lesson with a try. Here's Eggert from the back row. Sends it airborne.
Another free ball for the Blue Jays.
Bumped over by Harner, and it ends up falling in.
Just an error that time by the Blue Jays. Perry Morgan had it slip right through her fingers. You can't ask for a better situation if you're Elmhurst on that one. A free ball sent over, and now we're tied at 22.
And now it is North Central serving for the lead as Lesson steps up and missed it.
But
they're going to reverse it, though. A net violation.
Get a net violation on the Cardinals, and the Blue Jays catch the point. It's 23-22 Elmhurst on serve as Elmhurst catches a break.
Katie Roofer serving for Elmhurst. Up 23-22 in the third. She'll go right at Janae Harner. Set over by Morgan. Short attempt, Chaudhry there. And a double hit on the set from Katie Roofer.
Both teams' errors starting to add up here in the third, and they're not timed particularly well this late in the third set when you've got a tie or a 1 point lead, and now we're even up at 23, a critical serve, critical point in this match right here.
Whoever wins this point will have a set point. If it's Elmhurst, it'll be a match point. Lesson in the middle, goes after Eggert. Winding up is Murphy, kept alive by the Blue Jays. At the net, a jump ball. Reynolds tips the top of the net. On the left side, Murphy able to put it down. And it is North Central with a set point here in the third set, looking to keep the match alive tonight.
North Central needed that one badly. Set point for the Cardinals.
Thompson has it blocked at her. Janelle Thompson went right at North Central. It was swatted back from whence it came. And North Central captures the third set, 25-23. We'll switch sides. The fourth set comes your way in moments. Elmhurst leads North Central 2-1 tonight here at R.A. Faginal Hall. This is Blue Jay TV coverage of Elmhurst volleyball. Heading to a fourth set at R.A. Faginal Hall tonight. Elmhurst leading 2-1. Kevin, they had plenty of opportunities in that third set to close it out, but could not come through, and so we head to a fourth.
Critical point in the match there. Both teams had back-to-back errors, a 22-all. The Cardinals error into the net, giving Elmhurst a 23-22 lead. And what ends up happening, the Blue Jays had a free ball sent over the net by North Central. Going to be a great opportunity to set up the attack, and it slips through Elmhurst's fingers. Instead, it ties the match. It ties the set at 23, and the Cardinals take the next 2 point. Otherwise, Elmhurst went from a position to have two match points to being even up. The Cardinals able to force this one to 5, and now let's see if the Blue Jays can shake it off and come back and finish the match.
Ryan Lally opens the fourth set, serving for North Central. Janelle Thompson with the first attack here in the fourth. It's set over by Wright. Thompson will try again on the right side over the blockers, but a good read by Sarah Eggert. Now it is Droz, and it's Droz who puts North Central on the board to begin the fourth.
Good start here for the Cardinals in the fourth set, taking the first point as Droz with a nice kill.
Ryan Lally's serve off the top of the net, went over, but then came back and dropped on her side. A service error evens the score at 1-1. Hannah Lesson serving, and it is into the net on the attempt from Shanna Luce. So Elmhurst with a 2-1 lead here in this fourth set. The same as their advantage in the sets thus far. Wright couldn't get to it.
Another hitting error by the Cardinals here, and quickly Elmhurst out to a 3-1 advantage.
Mistimed the jump. Hannah Lesson serving for the Blue Jays. Short attempt in the middle, tapped back. Winding up for the Cardinals, Shanna Luce out of the reach of Chaudhry. And a substitution for North Central. Christina Antel is in. Antel, the senior outside hitter out of Wilmington, charging ahead on serve. In the center, it's put down by Reynolds.
1-2-3 for the Blue Jays. Chaudhry with the perfect receive and perfect pass to Rufer. The great set right down the middle to Reynolds coming down the pipe, and she just buries it.
Jamila Chaudhry, who took over as the libero in the third set, serving. And North Central takes the points. It's 4-3. Sarah Eggert serving. Stepping up is Megan Mullaney into the back row. Droz, wide.
Nope, this linesman says it came in, and now they'll overturn it here. Linesman originally pointed in on it, but Sandy Evidenti, the up referee, says no, it was wide.
Elmhurst College Athletics are also on Twitter in addition to Facebook. You can check us out on there. Blue Jay TV is on Twitter as well. It's North Central claws to within 5-4. Aaron Still with a jump set. Swatted over the net by North Central.
Allie Briner right in the middle again with the block back for the Cardinals. And we're even up at 5 here in the early part of the fourth set.
Megan Mullaney with the kill for the Blue Jays.
Mullaney still swinging. The Cardinals still with no answer. Have not really been able to defend her at all. She has been able to fight through the block repeatedly in this match. It gives Elmhurst back a 1-point advantage.
Droz from the back row. Dill sets it up perfectly for Caitlin Wilkes.
Wilkes puts it off of Briner's hands over the back row of the Cardinal defense. Elmhurst back up by 2 now.
7-5 as Mullaney readies for the serve. The junior out of Elmhurst with a service ace.
Mullaney's strong match continues for Elmhurst. An ace for the Blue Jays, up 8-5. Elmhurst trying to string together a run here.
Stepping up is Kayla Murphy, a short attempt. From the left side, it is Lesson who converts.
Nicely dug ball that time by Aaron Thill, handled the Cardinals attack, and Katie Casper actually sends the assist to Hannah Lesson on the far side. Lesson going down the line, a 4-point Blue Jays lead now, trying to open it up on the Cardinals.
9-5, Elmhurst with the advantage. And North Central converts.
Briner able to fight through the Blue Jays block that time. Otherwise, I think you may have seen a timeout called by the Cardinals. Instead, it's 9-6.
Anna Wirtz serving for the Cardinals. And Wirtz cannot track down the kill. It's 10-6.
Mishandled by Lally, trying to go down and dig Casper's attempt. Reynolds back in for the Blue Jays as Chaudhry heads to the bench. 10-6 now, Elmhurst.
Caitlin Wilkes to serve. Into the back row. A back set for Allie Briner. Phil with a back set as well, looking for Casper. And it's Casper with a kill for the Blue Jays.
Another mishandle by the Cardinals. That time they had an opportunity as Casper's shot went straight up into the air. 5-point cushion for Elmhurst. Timeout Cardinals now.
11-6. Elmhurst on top. On this BlueJayTV.com coverage of Elmhurst College Athletics. Today it is volleyball. Elmhurst and North Central. Elmhurst leading 2-1 and on top 11-6 here in this fourth set. Saturday we'll have a doubleheader of soccer for you. Also in the fall we will have some football on tap. Video and audio of football through BlueJayTV.com. So a lot of exciting things to look forward to. Access it all through BlueJayTV.com. You can also get to those schedules through the Elmhurst College Athletics website at ElmhurstBlueJays.com. Out of the timeout, Caitlin Wilkes will serve out of Union Grove, Wisconsin, the freshman middle hitter. Right down the center of the defense. On the left side, it's Crystal Wright, and Wright snaps the run out of the timeout.
Good swing by the all-conference hitter Crystal Wright from the outside that time. Bangs it off the Blue Jays back row, snaps Elmhurst streak, and brings the Cardinals within 4.
Allie Briner serving for North Central. On the left side, leaping is Hannah Lesson. It is sent back from whence it came. Lesson tries to get it over, and in the diving attempt, zaps it wide.
Blue Jays mishandled the original pass that time. Not much that Erin Thill, the setter, could do for the Blue Jays. She was backpedaling, didn't get much on the set attempt.
Reynolds just gets enough to top it over the net. Mullaney shoots it over and down.
You know things are going your way for Megan Mullaney and the Blue Jays when you're just sending a 3-ball, basically, a free shot over the net, and it drops in for the Blue Jays. No power on it, just trying to make sure it goes over the net.
Katie Rufer serving for Elmhurst, who leads 12-8. And problems from Crystal Wright on the left side. (13-8) Elmhurst. Rufer with a deep serve, caught the end line.
Catching the tape, says the linesman on the back. An ace for the Blue Jays, and now they've opened up a 6-point cushion.
14-8. Tough decision for the Cardinals to let that go. They might have a decision here as well, but it is Wirtz who attempts it. In the middle, Reynolds blocked. Reynolds will try again. Right from the left side, tapped over. In the middle, Reynolds, and down.
Quick set by, that time, Katie Rufer to Megan Reynolds. Nice short set to the middle, and Reynolds able to fight through the Cardinal blockers, knock it to the floor, and Elmhurst has opened it up here on the Cardinals, leading by 7.
Some more spots being treated on the floor with a towel right around the beak of the Elmhurst College logo. And North Central
missed
all
set that
kinds
time
of
by Lally. Another error for the Cardinals, and Elmhurst starting to pull away here, up by 8, 16-8.
And I know it was recent since the timeout for North Central, but the Cardinals may need another one here very quickly if they can't regroup and want to stay alive in this match. Diving attempt by Mullaney, kept alive. Chaudhry circles and won't get there.
Nice job, Janelle Thompson. Good hustle, keeping it alive in the back corner, but Jamila Chaudhry was racing after it as well, just out of position to try to send that one over and keep it alive.
16-9. Lesson in the middle puts it down.
Elmhurst just having their way in the middle of the court tonight, it seems like, Tim. Blue Jays in the middle most of the time where they're generating a lot of that offense, able to fight it off North Central's blockers.
17-9, Elmhurst again in front by 8. And once more, North Central will snap the spell. Now can the Cardinals go on a run to try to creep their way back into the set? (17-10). Elmhurst leading in the fourth as the Blue Jays hold a 2-1 sets advantage here in their CCIW home opener. And the attempt is a little bit wide. 2 straight points now for North Central.
Good effort that time by Mullaney. Tried to realize didn't want to pound it that time. Trying it for the finesse shot in the corner. Had it, but just a touch long.
And the serve is long from Antel. 18-11.
Blue Jays can start just kind of picking their way at it. North Central needs a couple of big runs here in a hurry if they're going to keep this match alive.
Jamila Chaudhry serving. Leaping at the net and tapping at it is Shanna Luce. Stepping up on the left edge is Megan Mullaney. Mullaney again puts it down.
Well, the first one didn't work, but the second one does. She went hard off it with the kill attempt in the first, took a little something off that time just to get it up over the back row and dropping it into the back corner.
19-11. Chaudhry with a serve. Antel struggles with it, and North Central from the back row can't do anything with it.
Cardinals have had a lot of trouble in the back row getting that ball over the net after struggling in the first ones, and North Central is going to burn their final timeout. 20-11, a 9-point cushion as the Blue Jays have opened up a commanding lead here in the fourth, and what Elmhurst hopes is the decisive set, Tim.
Looking for their third consecutive win. It would match a 3-game winning streak. September 3rd and 4th here at R.A. Fagottle Hall against Gustavus Adolphus, Trine, and St. Mary's. They won against Lakeland at UW Oshkosh, won at Illinois Wesleyan, and lead tonight over North Central, 2-1 and 20-11 here in the fourth set. As you look at the Elmhurst huddle, trying to spend a few moments here, regrouping, and ready to try to finish off North Central and improve to 2-0 in the CCIW tonight. Jamila Chaudhry searching to her left for the Elmhurst bench. looking for guidance on where to place the serve. Elmhurst can take a commanding 10-point edge here in the fourth set. As Droz able to keep it alive, Mullaney steps up, attacks the back row. Again in the middle, the Blue Jays convert.
I think Caitlin Wilkes just pounded that one off a Cardinal head that time. The power of the Elmhurst hitters up front, just too much tonight for the Cardinals.
21-11. Attacked by Murphy and Long. And the wheels are coming off for North Central. They're being doubled up here in the fourth, 22-11. This a team who reached the NCAA tournament a year ago. They have struggled on the road today against Elmhurst. Left-handed attempt is blocked. Wilkie and Mullaney. Wilkes and Mullaney on the left side for Elmhurst, 23-11.
Cardinals have a 3-match winning streak against the Blue Jays. Elmhurst trying to end that here, just 2 points away.
Short serve from Chaudhry. A back set knocked over. Jump ball at the net, knocked down. But an over the net called on North Central.
Well, all kinds of match points now for Elmhurst. Karen Sermekunka not happy.
She'll have conversation with Mary Malpede, the official on the floor. It is a match point for the Blue Jays. Jamila Chaudhry trying to serve it out. The crowd to their feet. It's a jump ball for Mullaney, who ends it.
Appropriate way for Elmhurst to finish. Megan Mullaney, a very strong performance. She goes up and puts it away as Elmhurst takes the fourth in convincing style here, Tim, 25-11. After a very close opening 3 sets, the Blue Jays just flashed their dominance here in the fourth and run away with it.
It was a dominant fourth set for the Blue Jays, who record a 25-11 victory, and as a result, record their third consecutive win, upending North Central tonight 3-1. 25-22, 25-20, 23-25, and 25-11 for Elmhurst, who is now 7-5 on the year and 2-0 in the CCIW, while North Central drops to 6-7 and 0-2 in the College Conference of Illinois and Wisconsin. Elmhurst this weekend heads to New York. They'll be at the NYU tournament, and then consecutive road matches in the CCIW. Tough tests awaiting at Millikin and at Carthage. The next home contest for the Blue Jays will be on October 12th here at home against Augustana in a matchup that you can, of course, see live on Blue Jay TV. Kevin, final thoughts?
Elmhurst looked very sharp out there tonight, Tim. They fought back in a couple close situations. This is what you wanted to see out of an Elmhurst team if you're a Blue Jay fan. Elmhurst has had some issues in the past couple of years about finishing off a team. They had a 2-0 lead. They dropped the third set in a very close, decisive set. And rather than worry about seeing that fourth one slip away, Elmhurst just comes out in the fourth and runs away with it, pounding away at the Cardinals. And North Central just unable to match the Blue Jays' intensity in the fourth and final set. A great sight to see from these very young Blue Jays out here tonight. Great games. It looked to me like Megan Mullaney with a solid all-around performance. Megan Reynolds in the middle, too. Elmhurst just 2 seniors on this squad. Blue Jays looked very happy with their recruiting class. Going to have some very talented players on this team for a few years to come.
And so contests here on Blue Jay TV will be on Saturday. Men's and women's soccer doubleheader upcoming from the football stadium as the Blue Jays take on the opponents this weekend. So look for that and so much more throughout the year here on BlueJayTV.com. For my partner Kevin Jude, I'm Tim Calderwood. That's all we got tonight as Elmhurst wins in 4 sets over North Central. This has been Elmhurst College Athletics on Blue Jay TV.